Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we're back in the Brock Bourbon Bar and we're drinking a little OVO, little sips, little Josh's pick.
Ooh, dang!
I'm about to say it's been a hot minute since we've done some OFO.
It has been a hot minute since we've done some OVO. You know, I think. Well, I mean,
was it a year ago?
Well, no. So technically, we've done a couple of the 117s.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But like outside of that, like traditional OVO, yeah, it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute.
Yeah.
Usually it's like left for me and Josh to handle all the OVO conversations.
That's true. That usually happens, yes.
So that being said, this is actually the SIPS pick. So this is one of the Southern Indiana Pick Society. It's a little Facebook group we have, and this one's hot off the presses. This literally came in like
2 days ago?
Like 2 days ago. So
I was like, I didn't think it was very long.
No, it's only been in for a couple of days, and well, this is a fresh crack. We're gonna dive into this bad boy, see what we think. We're really aerating them right now.
Yes, we are.
But Nick, let's tell us what we got. And so before you dive into that, it was me, Josh, Andy, and then Robert, the owner of the store, and then who else was there? John Lanius and Brian Phillips, I think, was the 6 people that went to that pick.
Nice.
So,
I remember you had posted a picture on it.
Yeah.
We have to go back and look at the picture just to verify, but I think
I'm
you're right.
pretty sure that was who in there. So I thought if anybody should like go through and do the tasting notes and everything else after we get it, because by the way, we did this 5 months ago, so I'm
trying to come back.
I'm trying to bring the memory back, and like my notes are not as good as they used to be. So we're gonna dive into this bad boy, see what it is, and if I remember correctly, I know it's Warehouse K. And I think it's floor 6, but you refresh my memory if that's correct.
I'm about to say you nailed it. It is Warehouse K, floor 6. And for those that this is not one of the barrel proof. This is not a blue label. This is the black label 100 proofer.
Single barrel 100 proofer. Boy, I missed the 90s. OVO 90 proofs.
Do they not do those anymore?
They don't do them anymore.
I know they did them for quite a while because it was the black label, so you'd always have to ask, okay, is it 90 or is it 100?
Yeah, COVID killed that. The last ones were done at the midway point of 2020, if I remember correctly. Oh, dude, this nose is a fruit bomb.
Yeah.
I was almost going to say it is like a fresh fruit cup with a little bit of like that sugary notes on the outside of it.
Yeah, for sure. So it's funny. It almost has like this like kind of pear note on the nose, but I'm also getting like a hit of citrus, like a little mandarin orange type thing.
That's why I was calling it a fruit salad, because I was getting a little bit of fruit, a little bit of citrus, and then that apple, that red flesh,
crisp apple is what I literally just wrote down.
And it does have that kind of like syrupy, sugary note kind of sitting in there.
Super sweet, for sure.
I almost get like a honeysuckle.
It does have a little bit of a floral note, like a sweet floral note on the nose. Man, oh man.
It doesn't, as I said, this is a little weirder than the normal things you would expect from an OFO. So it's a little bit different than traditional.
It is, but it isn't, right? Like when you're sipping on OVO, like the problem is typically you'll get like that banana or apple, that type of thing. This is still an adjacent flavor, right? It's still got a heavy fruit. It's got that pear / citrusy or apple / citrusy note, and then that honeysuckle. Now the taste, that's where it all comes in, man.
I almost get a little bit of cloves as well on the nose.
On the nose? Mm-hmm. A little baking spice?
Just it's that really light one, and that's why I'm going clove.
I think the longer it's sitting in there, it's kind of it's developing just a little past that. Either that or it could just absolutely be my nose of just kind of picking up more things. I've gotten used to the fruit smell, and it's just kind of getting a little bit more complex, beyond there, trying to pick up those other nosing flavors.
For sure. Barbara took the hit. She took the first hit. She's got a smile on her face. That's obviously a good sign, hopefully.
Well, I was also meshing it around my mouth and trying to open up all the palates because this is my first pour for the night.
Oh, God, you went in naked?
I did.
Man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I kind of did too, so I can't complain. This is going to have to do a little small sip and a wish.
Well, and that's what I was just doing, but still, palate. I mean, that opening up the palate, even with that, was just...
So first of all, I want to give a little plug to my buddy Robert Shrek at Shrek's. Robert's a great dude. He allowed us to use his OVO allocation this time for this barrel pick. So I wanted to give him a little shout out. But the club, this is our first club pick for this specific thing. Oh my goodness!
Holy crap!
That mouthful. It's got all kinds of stuff going on there.
Yes. I did my first pull.
I'm going back in.
And one thing that I've noticed is that I don't know if it's just the rye is starting to come out on it a little bit, but I'm getting that. And for those that listen, I get this little tingle on the side of my mid palate
I am
and
too.
the tongue, and that usually tells me, kind of like the rye is starting to kick a little bit, which is a little weird because I don't typically get that with Olfo, at least the Olfo standard, because the Olfo rye does it for me, and I know that Olfo is not really a super high rye in the mash bill.
It's not, but I will say Olfo is very consistent with like baking spice and oak. And those two things can kind of sometimes meld into a similar note, especially on the finish, which to me, that was the thing that like immediately popped was like, it has such a nice finish. Like it's a good little hug right in the top part of your chest. Like this is definitely like a really, really nice winter, like sit by the fire, whatever, like late fall, early winter.
I was about to say, if you would have come up to me and told me this was a 90 proofer,
Or 100 proofer, yeah.
I would believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell a difference.
No. But it's got a great hug, though.
Yes.
Well, it's because it's got great legs.
Yes, it has that, too.
does.
The legs weren't really moving a whole lot whenever I was turning it
I hadn't
earlier.
even looked at the legs yet, Barbara, but geez, oh, Pete, it is really hugging the glass.
Yeah, it's not coming down
Which
really
is
fast
also
at all.
another part of that great finish where all of that's still tingling all the way
And that could
up
be-
and down that back of on the side of the tongue, all the way.
Yeah, as I said, I'm trying to pick out some points on the palate, but outside of a little bit of baking spice in there, I'm trying to pinpoint a few other things because I'm not going to deny that the front and mid palate are really hitting quick, and then it's just kind of hanging in the back of the palate.
Yeah, I mean, it's rich baking spice and that hug on the finish. That mid palate, the front to mid it's very quick. It's very nice and sweet. But that citrus note's coming really, really well through. Like the pear / apple that like because you guys were kind of getting more of an apple, I was getting kind of more of a pear.
Yeah.
That's not coming through on the palate as well. But man, I
Not
tell you,
as well, but for me, it's a little bit more like what Nick had said earlier. It's more of like that fruit cocktail.
yeah,
Like I can hit little bits of this, and this, and this, and this, kind of all meshed together.
yeah.
But then I'm getting a very light tobacco. It's kind of like that woody type.
Yeah.
Little bit of cardamom, and I think the cinnamon is the baking spice that's popping really hard for me.
I would go more of like an apple pie spice, which has cinnamon in it, but there's like you said cardamom. So like there's a few of those other things that kind of meld in there. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, those are the two that are like really hot and heavy for me.
Yeah.
And hitting that I can pinpoint exactly.
And the more I nose it, dude, the more the sweeter it's getting. Like the more it's opening up. Like the nose is so sweet and delicate, and then it's got all kinds of nice notes.
Now the back of the palate, this is like the front hits little sweet quick hitter. You get your front mid palate. I'll say it because I want to split this up a little bit. Front mid palate goes over really quick. Doesn't do a whole lot of that. But once you get to the back of the mid palate, that's whenever that baking spice and that spice start to hit. Back of the palate, and even kind of like I'm getting a little bit of a drying effect, but that drying effect is leaving kind of a nice, easy wood oak kind of flavor that's kind of staying around in the palate, in the back, in the finish.
Yeah, this is your what I would say is a quintessential bourbon drinker's bourbon. Like,
yeah.
It's got all the rich notes that you would typically get off of a bourbon.
I have a weird thing that I'm going to throw out there because it's probably, I know it's not the same mash bill, but I will absolutely tell you that except for having a couple small notes, I would almost make this exactly similar to whenever we tried the old handle of like 1980s or 90s early times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how you both said that almost exactly.
Well, he said handle, so I knew
And
what he
then-
was talking
okay.
about. But the funny thing is, so that old early times, though, had like that green apple-y, like flavor
it had
profile.
some, but
But yes, it had a lot of baking spice, a little bit of that. Yes,
and then it had a nice oaky, traditional finish on
Yep.
it. And that's what, for some reason, it just kind of hit me whenever we had that. God, that's been about 2.5 years ago.
I still got some at the house.
Bring it over anytime. But that's what. But I know it's not the same mash bill. But that's what I'm getting off of this.
No, yeah, I mean, same distilling method, but yeah, I mean, and the mash bills are so close. I mean, what is the OFO 72? I think the early times was what, a 79?
Yeah, it was like 78, 79.
Yeah, something like that. So
I know it's close, but for what we're getting off of this, and I don't know if it's because it's Warehouse K. Do you know if Warehouse K is the climate controlled one or not?
I think most of their rick house actually does cycling, right?
Yes, the climate control.
Now,
yeah.
well,
Okay.
climate control is only at Main Street in Louisville.
Oh, okay. I thought
They
actually-
do heat cycling in the other things.
Okay.
They're not actually climate control. They don't prevent the cold from coming in. They don't like pump air conditioning in. It's not climate controlled. It's just they do heat cycle.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Ooh, this is nice.
I mean,
I love it.
except for having that kind of little dusty, hint to it, this almost feels like one of those traditional dusty flavors
It
that
does.
you're getting through the palate,
It's
from the
just
front to start.
so much rich oak, though. Like I really like. Man, I'm just shocked, and it's got a good color to it.
Oh, I
but
know,
dude,
it's
the
beautiful.
legs is just unreal.
Yeah.
and I think that's why it like kind of coats that whole back part of your throat.
Mhm. I mean, if you would have told me this was like, a 20% malt, I would absolutely believe you that it would coat this much.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah, man.
So I know you all both keep pulling out oak, and don't get me wrong, I am getting that as well, but I'm getting a hint of cedar wood.
I could see where you'd say that because if you really think about it, the baking spice and that like woody note, that would kind of get off that like cedary, almost like the Colorado, the 291s.
Yeah.
That aspen
Yeah,
wood.
that aspen, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see where you're coming
Okay.
from, but I think it's the combination of those two
All of
things
it put
marrying
together. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're making like finger signs and stuff in the air. People,
Everybody can see.
yeah, like everybody can see us. We're both. Me and Barbara are doing the marriage symbol and like talking and like sign language and shit. Like nobody can see us. Like, good Lord, what is wrong with us? Anyway, yeah,
But it makes sense.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, I definitely see what you're talking about with that. Mine's empty. I'm gonna go back in.
Yep, go back for more. That's fine. And I the drying effect is still kind of happening. I came back for a couple more pours because I wanted to recoat the entire palate, and I'm starting to get that kind of tobacco-y / leather chew after the palate gets coated so much that it almost has that feel on the back of the palate.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
She doesn't understand the leather chew, does she?
No, I do understand that. I'm just not getting it.
Okay, that's fine.
There's a difference. I'm just not
Because
getting it.
you're doing like a weird like eye twitch.
It's just that earthy note. I
Yeah.
think is what Nick's saying, and that's why I
Yeah.
kind of understood what he's coming. Do I get like actual leather, like when I'm chewing on like the baseball
No, that's
glove?
not
No.
what he's talking about.
No, but he's talking about that earthy note, like where
Yeah.
you're getting maybe the tobacco note. He's
Yeah.
getting more of the leather, but
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I mean,
I
the down,
like
the
this
down
one.
part about this is extremely crushable. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's
Dude.
going down way too easy.
Way too easy,
way too easy.
So yeah,
dude. In the nose.
I know.
I just keep going back. Like now, the caramel's coming out a little bit more. The vanilla's coming out a little bit more on the nose. Now that it's opening up a little bit.
yep. And
Yeah.
that's why I tried to open it up a few minutes before we start drinking, just so that it could get a little air in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Because I mean,
think it's
we
more
were
vanilla.
talking before this. Whenever I opened it,
Yeah.
you were what, about 3 or 4 feet away,
Yeah.
from the bottle, just
Yeah.
the bottle being open.
Yeah.
If anybody
Open,
knows
we're
an
like,
old
whoa.
Forester
I was
bottle,
like,
the top
"Whoa,
of it's very
I can
small.
smell it. Yeah, I was like, whoa, I can smell that over here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. That's crazy.
Yeah, and whenever we sat down to start, before we started, after we already poured everything, I'm about a foot or two away from my pour, and I was like going, "You're not kidding! I can smell that from
Yeah,
here."
yeah. I mean, it's not playing. It may have a better nose than it does flavor, and the flavor's great. Like the nose, though, just like I said, I mean, I just keep going back: fruit, vanilla,
Oh, no.
baking spice, citrus, pear. Like, I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff going on.
And the nice thing is it's a very inviting nose to where there's a lot of times whenever I mean, I don't know what the age of it is. Most of the times we don't know the age of it. You just more or less taste it.
When we did the barrel pick on this, if I remember correctly, it was like 4 years, like 7 months. So it probably like right at 5 years old, because like they might have dumped it, because it came in this past week, but they bottled it like a few weeks ago. So I bet it's just under 5 years old.
Okay.
Man, it doesn't. I mean, even with like 4-year-old, 5-year-old stuff, you sometimes get kind of that ethanol-y kind of undertones.
It's not coming through at all.
It's
not at all.
And I'm wondering if it's part of that heat cycling that might be kind of helping with
and
that.
And that's what Old Forester's been notorious for, right? Like their 4 and 5 year old distillate doesn't taste like that because of the heat cycling, right? Like in the winter, they will bring that temperature up to where it just pushes out just enough, and then they let the cold hit, snap it again, and just... so they're pushing it in and out.
What was that?
Let that wood suck it up. I think it starts to go into the barrel at like 66 degrees or something like that, 67, something like that, and then it starts to come out of the barrel at like 55 or so, something like that. So there's like a real sweet spot where if you're pushing that heat in and pulling it out, pushing it in, pulling it out, it definitely ages it quickly.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering if that had anything to do with help neutralize that youthfulness that's kind of in there, which, I mean, that's what I guess it is.
Dude, there might even be a hint of banana coming through now on the nose. It's just so sweet.
I know.
So sweet.
It's
anyway, I mean, I don't know that we can say much more about it other than like we got to like put a number on it, but
and seal it back up and hide it.
Well, it just keeps changing, right? Like, I mean,
this is why I got 2 bottles, and I'll probably end up with another.
There's still more available.
Thank goodness.
I was shocked the club didn't buy more right off the bat.
Yeah.
So, if you're interested, hit me up, DM me. We'll find a way to get it to you.
Fantastic.
All right, let's get a number on this. Babs, you want to go first? Nick?
No.
Ooh, all right. I'm going through this. I'm trying to rate this versus other things that we've done, because I try to do the best consistent as I can with this. Now,
it's so hard though. We rate so many things, and everything just kind of hits a little different. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. You're trying to be consistent.
Yeah, and right now I want to say I'm around a 8.2, 8.3, 8.35. I'm in that range right now. It would be more of an 8.5 if that front palate danced a little more versus that. But otherwise, it hits good on the nose.
Yeah.
It hit good on kind of mid-late palate. Finish is amazing, and it drinks under proof. So it's hitting a lot of the key points for my numbering system.
I can't disagree with what you're saying. The front palate is not quite as robust, I guess, as what I would have thought it would be based off of the finish in the mid palate. And the nose is just like, boom, like it's just all there.
Wait until you nose it empty.
Empty.
He's not. I don't think he's going to.
I've already finished a glass, and then
I know.
Listen, I might have to go get another bottle out of the car and replace this one for Nick. This one might get hurt before I leave tonight.
Let's just say you were saying earlier about the banana. Now I'm really getting a banana, but it's a very faint banana.
It's hitting Foster's.
It's like that bananas Foster's.
That tobacco's starting to come through
too.
Yep.
On that blank Glen.
Yep.
All right, Barb, you got a number?
Yeah. Let's say I'm gonna go probably about an 8.3, 8.5.
8.3.5?
No, 8.3, 8.5.
Oh, gotcha. Somewhere in that. Okay, yeah.
In that range.
I'm right there with you guys, honestly. I mean, this would probably be closer to like an 8.7 if that mid palate was there. I mean, if the front was there.
Yeah.
But dude, it's just got so much complexity for being 100 proofer.
Yeah.
The nose complexity is actually what I've really enjoyed off this. Mm-hmm. It's rare for us to get really complex nosings.
Yeah.
Where,
especially at 100 proof.
Oh, absolutely. Because most of the time we're sitting there trying to find all the mid palate, late palate finish, items.
Right.
And those are kind of on the simpler side, but straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To where the nose is just developing.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yep. All right. I think that's our episode of Bird Barrel Talk.
Whoa. What number did you pick?
Oh, I didn't. I said I'm right there with you guys, like 8.3, 8.5. I said like 8.35.
Okay,
I mean, like you're in the same ballpark. Like, I mean,
okay.
I said it could have went to 8.7.
Yes, you said
He
that.
did.
Yeah, you said it could. But
So I said I'm right there with you guys. You were like 8.2. She was 8.3, 8.5. I mean, like it's all right there together, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's it. So that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel Talk. If you want to find us, you can find us on Facebook, the Instagram, or the X. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you get these episodes as soon as they drop on Sunday morning at 6 a.m. Email us any questions, bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. That's also how you can, hey, Scott, I heard about the OVO, and then, like I said, we'll figure out a way. Scott, Nick, Barbara, signing off. Peace.
Prost.
Sláinte.